Hello and what's up everyone, Thunderbob here, and tonight I'm checking out some more light gun action. I did a review of this Sinden Lightgun a couple weeks ago. I've had this thing for, I don't know, 6 weeks now, and I really love the device. Tonight we are going to be checking out some House of the Dead remake. So I've been putting this thing through the paces with a lot of classic games, and I've actually just started diving into the new Steam releases that work with this bad boy. There are a number of cool games out there, things like Blue Estate. There's I don't know, there's probably 50 light gun games that have been released over the years that work pretty well. And I think in the future I'm going to be doing some videos where I'll do a full playthrough of a new game, maybe an old game, some commentary, some without commentary. Tonight I'm going to be playing House of the Dead remake with commentary. This is a series that I have a lot of enjoyment and a lot of history with. And I'll be talking about my thoughts on the series and just showing you how this game plays with the Sinden Lightgun. I'm going to be playing with the crosshairs disabled, so I'm going to be playing this as true as possible to the arcade environment. And this gun is damn accurate. With the crosshairs disabled, when I'm playing on my 55-inch screen back here, where I aim is where the crosshair goes. It just works. It's perfect. So I'm going to show you how this thing plays on a full playthrough, and yeah, we'll get started. Alright everyone, we are going to start a new campaign. And we're going to play this the original in normal difficulty, classic. No multiplayer at the moment. And I think I've got all the controls all set up here. I'm going to not skip any of the videos or anything, so we'll try to do the whole story here. That has such a deep lore and story behind it, and I'm not being facetious.
Oh no!
You can see crosshairs are off here.
Others inside. Save them.
Such amazing voice acting.
Help!
Man, this series takes me back.
Reload!
I did not save that guy.
Reload!
I was thinking back about House of the Dead and like the first time I ever played this, and I actually didn't play it for a couple of years. Like the first one came out in '96 and then '98.
Reload! Reload! Ah!
Already taking a hit here. But the first time I played House of the Dead was actually Typing of the Dead,
Logan,
which came out in like '99.
you.
Oh no!
Sophie!
I don't remember anything about the story of this one, to be honest. It's been a while. I put a lot more time into 2. And like I said, my first experience with the game was House of the Dead, Typing of the Dead.
Thank you.
Thanks, bud. That looked like Duke Atreides from Dune.
Reload!
Type of the Dead is awesome as well. But I was doing a LAN party with some friends, I remember. And somehow they had gotten like the clubhouse. I'm pretty sure I could have gone in the underground area down there. Did I skip it? I think I did in my last playthrough, the underground area.
Reload! Reload!
And I'm using the like the shotgun reload mechanic here to reload, which is a little tiring actually over time. But like I said, I was at a lock-in.
Reload.
And I think there's something in those chests back there I was trying to shoot. And they had somehow rented like the clubhouse television. This was like, you know, the year 2000, 1 or something. And
Reload.
this is when televisions were, you know, 32-inch was huge, and we were playing on like at least a 200-inch like theater-sized screen, and the game we kept going back to was Typing of the Dead, which is, it was the Dreamcast version, which is just kind of hilarious. Nice.
Thank you. Take this.
Appreciate it. Up top. And I honestly think Typing of the Dead might be my favorite House of the Dead game. Maybe not. House of the Dead 2 is so good.
Reload.
And Overkill as well is amazing. I put a lot of time into the Wii version of Overkill.
Voice.
Me and my buddy played through that entire game in like an afternoon. We probably put like 12 hours into it when we used to live with a bunch of guys.
Sophie, are you okay?
I was so scared.
First boss. You gotta shoot him in the nipple, if I remember right, which is so weird. He reminds me of Baldo from Soul Calibur.
Reload.
Hit the nipple? Nice. There it goes.
Reload.
Such a weird
Reload. Ah.
boss fight. And then he like shrugs off his armor. And then he's gotta like shoot everything. Not having to shoot off screen actually makes it a little bit easier at times. Alright.
Sophie.
You must stop, Kyrian, or else something terrible will happen.
You know, the line reading here is not much better than it was. When did this come out? 26 years ago? Chapter 2. I mostly have the video in the corner just to be able to show you that I am playing this live, like it's not using a mouse or something.
Reload.
Nice. I think you could go... There's a couple of times where you have more than one pathway. And it's been, again, so long. And House of the Dead 1 is definitely not the game that I spent the most time with. It was House of the Dead 2, House of the Dead Overkill, and Typing of the Dead. So like, even though this is very similar to the original, my memory of the original is hazy at best. My favorite light gun game series was always Time Crisis, actually. Time Crisis 2 is probably my favorite light gun game ever. And this thing feels pretty dang accurate. There is a patch that you have to install to get the raw mouse input to work right, otherwise it's a little wonky. But it is so far above playing with, you know, the stick, like the Switch version has. I kind of wish I didn't have to use this for reloading because it's tiring to hold it like this, and I want to like... I aim better holding it out in front of me than I do two-handed, actually. I shot the chainsaw. That wasn't very useful. Put him down.
Thank you.
Thanks, bud. Getting old, my arm gets tired now. I definitely didn't have that issue in my younger days. Damn it. There's definitely a living thing down there that I just like walked over, right?
Reload.
Suffer like G did. God, these games have such corny dialogue. It's terrible and great. It's like Resident Evil on steroids. I want to like
Reload.
You gotta shoot above the chainsaw. It's Freddy Krueger. I'm sure there's stuff I'm missing that I could be shooting for like bonuses. One thing I do gotta say is the game requires a pretty hefty machine to get really good performance. Like I'm running a 3080 here, and there's still like a little bit of hitching, which is crazy. This is a Switch game, for God's sake. I killed that guy. Oh, there's a thing there. Chainsaw guy. Yeah, there you go. That was kind of buggy. There's definitely some cool PC light gun games that have come out in the last couple years. I was playing, I'll have to look up the names of them, because it's been actually like 2 weeks since I booted them up, but there's like half a dozen that I bought. They were on sale. Most of them were under $5. It's pretty crazy. And, like, just really fun arcade style. Like, there's one that's just like Time Crisis. There's one that's kind of like Point Blank I was playing. I'll put a couple of them in the video description with some links, and I'll probably do videos on them in the future.
They're still upstairs.
I actually got my daughter into House of the Dead a little bit. She's 5, and we played House of the Dead 2 and 3 together. No! Hanged Man. These are all from like the tarot cards, aren't they?
Reload.
I forget where his weak spot is.
Reload.
Is he flicking me off? Ah, I didn't reload fast enough. Get my butt kicked. Is it the eyes? I don't remember. One of the nice things I liked about House of the Dead 2 is they showed you where the weak point always was. It was like, right when the battle started, it was, hey dummy, shoot here. I'm not as big a fan of House of the Dead 3, and I don't know that I played like Scarlet Dawn and...
Reload. Reload.
That's not really the gun, that's mostly I'm
Reload.
tear about, I guess.
Reload. Reload.
Reload!
Reload.
Second boss down.
We won't let you have it your way, Kyrian.
My arm's getting tired. And you know, I play VR sometimes for like 2 or 3 hours. Maybe it's how I'm sitting. I need to be higher up or something. Maybe I should be standing. I'm still in the frame. Oh yeah, that's where it's at. Dun, dun, dun. That feels better. This feels how like you're supposed to do it in the arcade.
Reload. Reload.
I just got back from a conference in Orlando,
Reload.
and that was pretty cool.
This
It's a
must be the security card.
flood conference. I'm a floodplain manager.
Reload.
I know the original game didn't have a ton of variety, but I think they could have added a few more variants. Like, I feel like you see the same, especially when you got like 2 of the identical zombies coming at you.
Reload.
Thank you.
That is the Winter Soldier there, right? When I was in Orlando, I had an opportunity to check out Hollywood Studios for a day by myself without the family, so I actually got to do whatever I wanted, and I got to do the new Star Wars ride, Rise of the Resistance. That was very, very cool. Spiders!
Reload.
I hit that one. Using the different finger because my finger's tired. I'm getting old. This feels right standing up. That was my problem. My hand's not even tired anymore. I got that guy. One thing you do need to do when you set up the SINDEN is set your mouse sensitivity as high as it'll go in the Windows settings, because it's basically like a mouse moving on your screen. So if it's too low, it actually slows down your ability to like hit from corner of the screen like that. Like imagine if your mouse is in the lower left and then suddenly you're trying to like shoot in the other corner. If you have it too low, you can't really do that.
Reload.
Ah,
Reload.
Winter Soldier, not cool.
It's too late.
Yep, that guy's dead.
This must be the security card.
Looks like a security card. He's a genius, right?
Unlocked.
Reload.
I don't know how you would play this with a controller. It just wouldn't be fun to me. Like, the whole thing about light gun games is you got a gun you're physically holding and aiming and, like, dragging a cursor across the screen. You might as well just be playing an FPS game, which I like those too, but an on-rails FPS game, not the most fun. I think VR is like the next evolution actually of these games, and I think they could really take some of those classic light gun games, House of the Dead, Time Crisis, Carnival, and pretty easily turn them into VR experiences. Maybe not easily, but I think it would be a good way to bring those games back. I'm like shooting everything to see if they give me anything. I think you get other guns in this, though I haven't found any yet. I feel like I found my rhythm here. I'm still getting hit a bit. I need to go for the head more on the weak guys. And then you stagger the stronger guys.
Shurian.
I must compliment you. I didn't think you could make it this far.
Is that Hanako from Cyberpunk?
This is it. Let's
Thought he was still
see
the
how
Embers.
good you really are.
Okay.
Reload.
Ah! Might as well as like an auto reload when you do that. My thumb is getting, or my finger's getting tired though.
Reload.
It did.
Reload. 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 Reload.
Wait for it.
Reload. Reload. Reload.
His health's not going down. Am I missing something? One more, I think.
Reload.
Let's try left hand. Oh, I skipped something there. I don't think I'm doing so hot, but it's cool. I haven't actually beat the remake yet. I only went through the first 2 chapters. And I'm like, I should probably get a video of this. I don't know if I can play left-handed. Oh, I don't think I can. That feels so awkward. I'm not left-handed. I don't remember any of this part of the game. Oh, and this is where they throw the first bosses at you again, but make them harder. Alright, pop off your armor. Gotta shoot the fatty bits. Ah, I got hit once. I guess you can't shoot the head off, you gotta shoot everything else first. And then the second boss again. I don't like this boss. I actually feel like the accuracy is a little bit better standing up than when I was sitting. I don't know if maybe I was a little too close. I also turned the lights on to get a little bit better video, and I feel like with the lights on, it's not quite as good. Because the SINDEN LIGHTGUN is basically looking at that white box, and I'm sure like in the dark room, like it might see that white box stand out more clearly. I don't know, that's my headcanon here. I think I'm almost done with the whole game already. There's obviously some optional paths and stuff. And also trying to get it with like one token kind of thing. Like I've obviously died a few times here, and it just keeps letting you go. Ow, stop punching me.
Reload.
Is this the end boss already? I can't remember.
There's no way out, Kyrian.
I must admit, I really respect your consistency. But you will never, ever defeat me. Say hello to my masterpiece.
Oh yeah, that's end boss music, right?
Who are you? Nobody gives me instructions. I shall destroy everything.
Oh, Kyrian. Bad move,
What
buddy.
happened? Why don't you follow my instructions?
And they're really, really trying to go for that original theme, aren't they? Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the final boss. I remember hating this guy in the arcade, and just like wasting so many quarters. You know, I beat Carnival recently with the SINDEN LIGHTGUN, and that game's actually a little fairer than some of the light gun games I played. Like, I didn't have to continue that many times. I had to scratch my nose. But definitely some of these are just ridiculous. Quarter sinks. Where am I supposed to shoot? Maybe the... Oh, the red bits? I'm dumb. I was wondering why he wasn't dying. He was going for the head and wasn't doing anything. That armor sound is kind of irritating. Ah! Damn it. When they're split apart like that, and I'm also trying to like hit him in the balls. It's a him, right? If I shoot him on the left side of the face, that probably works too. But I like shooting him in the balls. Hand is going numb. Those things do a ton of damage. Shit. I better not lose like right on the last boss. This would be so hard in the arcade. Not hard, it would be so costly in the arcade. How many times are you gonna do that same move?
Reload.
Yeah. Dead. I feel like I just worked out.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Oh no, is there another phase?
Everything is over. I have nothing more to lose. However, I must go on.
So deep. It's like the Schindler's List of gaming.
Goodbye, Kyrian. Farewell, Sophie.
Who wrote this? It's beautiful. It's like poetry. Got the normal ending. Rookie agent. I don't want to know how many times I died. That was funky. It would not let me continue with the controller, but yeah. My first playthrough. I don't know if that's a good score. It's probably a terrible score, but I'll take it. So yeah, House of the Dead remake, totally playable with the SINDEN LIGHTGUN. Really enjoyed it. Okay, before I end the video, one other thing I wanted to show you was there are some other modes here. So I just played the original, normal, classic scoring, no multiplayer. There's also a horde mode, which I just barely poked my head into, and it is pretty crazy. I'm just gonna do normal, normal, classic, disabled, start, and just show you kind of the insanity here. So if you want just like a crazy House of the Dead experience, this is like, it adds some longevity to the game, because I just beat the normal difficulty in what, 30 minutes. But these games are really about like chasing high scores and you know, trying to beat it on one life and things like that. they're short because in the arcade you were trying to beat it on, you know, one play session, and most people weren't at the arcades for half a day, you know, so they'd have these games be 30 minutes to an hour normally. Alright. So, look at this. There's so many. I'll have to do another playthrough in Horde mode, because this is pretty intense. It's like every single screen just has like as many zombies as you could possibly take on. I'm gonna die in like the second screen because I'm apparently not great at House of the Dead. It definitely would be fun multiplayer. I need to get a second light gun or set up my Wii remote to work with it. But like if you're looking for a bit more challenge,
Sophie?
the Horde mode is definitely pretty exciting. Yeah, but I think I'll end it here. I'm not going to do a full playthrough. My arm is actually tired right now. I haven't played light guns in like a month, and I don't know. I'm getting over a cold, so I'm a little weaker than normal. But I am totally enjoying this. It's 25 bucks, so like, do keep that in mind. You can beat this game in 30 minutes, so it's a little pricey for that. But there are like the Horde mode, there's the cooperative mode, there's, you know, playing for a high score, that sort of thing, which adds some longevity to the experience. But don't expect, you know, Final Fantasy. This is a light gun game that lasts, you know, 30 minutes in your first playthrough. And if you're a light gun fan and you have a Sinden light gun, you have an aim track or something, definitely worth checking out in my mind. If you're playing this with a mouse or a controller, a little less exciting to me. But if you've got a light gun, definitely, I think worth the money. Alright, I'm going to end it here. I do want to thank you again for watching. If you're interested in the Sinden light gun, I do have a more thorough review on the channel, and I'll be doing some more coverage here in the coming weeks and months as I play through a bunch of light gun games on the channel. I also just got 2 Steam Decks, and I'm playing around with those. So if you're interested in the Steam Deck, I've got some footage of new games and emulated games running, and I'll be doing a review of that in the not too distant future. Holy crap. Thank you again for watching, everyone, and have a good night.